Namaste to you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Monday edition of the Lall Show 99.1 and the 99.5 FM. As promised last Friday, of course, we had Kaiju Radio here, another Lall Show. We fulfill our promise. I promise you that Mr. Lall is going to be back, and of course, we're happy to know that he's out of hospital. I got strict instructions from his doctor. He has to make his program very short. So this evening, he's going to just bring to you a 10 minutes presentation, and of course, we'll take your calls one time permits us, and of course, we'll just go with the flow this evening. So let me say welcome back, sir, and you've been missed, and we're so happy to have you. Over to you. Namaste to you.
Namaste to you, namaste to all the guys in the studio.
Namaste. Yeah. Welcome back.
Thank you. I know some of you have missed me. Honestly, I was in the hospital, and all day and night I think of this program and you people. I dreaming the program. Of course, all in my sleep, Miss Harris. I even cussed the nurses. That all of them started listening to my TikTok messages. I have over 8,000 followers. 8,000 followers in 2 weeks on my TikTok. And I haven't posted anything. I haven't posted anything since last week, Saturday. My stay in the hospital, Josh, was great. I made a few friends, and I had another great experience of what life can become. I just want to tell every one of you who are listening, anytime you feel a numbness on your hand or your feet, rush to the hospital, for a stroke may be coming your way. Lots of people take this thing lightly. Don't do it, please. You have 3.5 hours to reach the hospital. Anytime you allow that time to pass, you can be paralyzed for life. Yep. I reach more than that time at the hospital. That's how I was able to save myself to be back here on this radio. I am not 100%, but I can say I'm 95% back of myself. I'm hoping that the 5% lost, in a few months' time, I can regain it. The medical people say, I take on these thieves, Exxon and others, along with the government and the opposition, too much. And 3 nurses tell me, Josh, they're working on you. I had to laugh. They're working on you. Working for me. Joshua, Miss Harris, not a single human being can work with me.
Of course.
One man, and one man alone is in command and in control of me.
Say it again.
The big man upstairs.
Yep.
Yes, our creator. Nothing else can work on me. Namaste, guys. It's Glenn Lall. I may not have the same voice tonight, but I'm slowly getting back to the original voice. It's nice to be back. Now let's get into tonight's program. What you want me to talk about? Aisle. You got it.
Where we left off a week ago.
All right. Can you guys imagine someone going around the world boasting about your assets, your property, your wealth in which you're not getting nothing from it? Josh? How would that make you feel? Someone going around the world, or people going around the place boasting on your wealth. I don't know about you, Josh, but I feel disrespected to the max. I feel like a piece of dirt, a scent ice. When you have people who can walk into your house and disrespect the entire family, all because your daddy allowed them in the house to do what they want. My God, that is when the wife and children got to stand up, defend and protect their dignity and their home, their wealth. Yes, Guyanese, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, this is exactly what is happening here in Guyana. We daddy, meaning the government, them ain't bringing one person into the house, them bringing in them one after the other to do whatever they want with us. They are doing whatever they want with us, uncle, and on top of that, they're boasting about it. I recently listened to one of ExxonMobil's partner, Hess Corporation. The CEO of that corporation is a man named John Hess. We carried that story in last Sunday's newspaper. He was part of a global energy conference 2 weeks ago, and he was boasting how Stabroek Block was the mother lode of his company. He mean the cash cow for his company. You hear me, Bernard? The man said them operations in the US, the Gulf of Mexico, and Malaysia right now is their cash engine, but Guyana is their growth engine. You hear that? Right now, them say the Gulf of Mexico and Malaysia is their cash engine, but Guyana is their growth engine. Wow. You hear that, uncle? Malaysia and Gulf of Mexico is their cash engine, but Guyana is the growth engine. The man said with the startup of Liza 2 early next year, Guyana will also become a cash engine. And at that time, all of their major assets will be free cash flow positive. Meaning they may owe nobody anything, and the company just set to make profit and profit and profit only. You heard the kind of boasting these people boasting on the all assets? The boss man said he is foreseeing 10 floating ships in Guyana, one coming every year starting from next year. Auntie, this gangster, barefaced and bold, so confident that he didn't say if, he said when the 10 ships come. You see how these people are? The gangster said come next year with Liza 2 pumping. Once the oil price remain the same, them company alone will be raking in 3 to 4 billion US dollar a year. And them only own 30% share in the whole Stabroek Block, uncle and auntie. Only 30% them own. What Guyana will be getting? Nothing but broken up infrastructure and chaos right across this country. And a steep rise for me and you in food costs, much less other basic stuff. One man boasting about the billions them gonna receive in US dollar. And we, President, telling y'all, brace for more hard times. What a lovely place this is. What a lovely country this is. Let me say this. If Hess Corporation, who owns 30% share in the Stabroek Block, ExxonMobil and CNOOC has the remaining 70%, then they all are set to collect, the two of them, between 7 to 10 billion US dollars per year. Yeah. Now you're talking about in excess of 12 billion US dollars from Liza 1 and 2 alone. That is 5 years of Guyana budget, uncle. You hear me? 12 billion will be 5 years of Guyana budget. This one company, this one Starbuck block between Lisa 1 and 2 carrying out. And this is what they're boasting about starting from next year. Them carrying out 5 years of Guyana budget. You hear that, Bernard? Mm-hmm. While we would have to continue to borrow a quarter of our yearly budget to eat and run this country. Them chaps fetching away 10 billion and we got to borrow a quarter. Wow. Yes, and pay interest on top of that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, many times I ask myself, I wake up and ask myself, who resources or who this country really belong to, man? You don't got nothing getting in your gold, in your diamond, in your bauxite, in your timber. You don't get nothing in your oil now. And these people boasting how much they're carrying away. Boasting without any shame. Sitting down with their international partners to tell them the kind of money they will be ripping out from Guyana. While we, the brown, black, yellow, and purple people, got to settle for little fire station increase money. It's 1 or 2 fire station money increase that you get. That's what y'all got to settle for. Man, you got to love this country. Them men walking away with 12 billion a year, Lisa 1 and 2. Not any other projects, just 1 and 2. And we government giving 5 million US increase to all the public servants. You hear that? Them fed with billions. And we government only can find 5 million US to pay them public servants. Then them got the nerve, Bernard, to tell the people that the Stabroek block is the mother lode. Man, can I say anything for me and the mother lode for me, man? Eh? Can we say anything? What is the mother lode for me and you, uncle?
Nothing.
Mother lode for them. And them mother and them family and them children. We can gotta fetch the granny when they're done with she. That is what your leaders are allowing in this land. Yes. When they're done with the mother load out there, we're going to have to deal with the granny. You know what is a granny? You know what I'm talking about? The mess. What a granny can't even turn for wave she hand to the mess. That is what we left for Guyana. The Hess boss, uncle, went further to boast how he's ready to sell out all them assets in Libya to focus on Guyana. Yes, man, focus on Guyana. The rosy Guyana, the thick and sweet Guyana, the juicy Guyana. And of course, always keep in behind your mind, behind your head, it's for free. Because our leaders allow them to take it for free. So they're done with Libya, and them come for you here in Guyana. So you prepare condition of your body for take them. That's what they're actually telling y'all. Them already sell out them shares in Denmark for Guyana. The Hess boss predict. Man, but not hear this one, man. Joshua, you're wrong. Hear this one. The Hess boss predict 25% cash flow increase for the next 5 years for his company alone. And that is in US dollars, you know. 25% increase. Is what kind of increase are you getting in this country? 7% Guyana dollar. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, let that sink in some of you. And let that also sink in in some of these incompetent and corrupt clowns. The people boasting about 25% cash flow increase for the next 5 years in US dollar. And Guyana increased 7% Guyana dollar. I love this land, uncle. It's time for go take my pressure tablet. But let me tell you, right next to the story in which John Hess was boasting about the billions them going to rake in, not paying any taxes or VAT, on the next page of the Kaicho News, I saw Cathy Hughes, an opposition MP, commenting on the salary increase that is being taxed. And just like the teachers, she begging the government to lessen the taxes. My God. My blood pressure going up. Man, when I saw that, I said to myself, it is better I had stayed in the hospital. Just looking at that makes me want to go back to the hospital and stay there. Lower the income tax threshold. That is what this MP find time to comment on. Lower the income tax threshold. Instead of this MP tell the nation not to pay any taxes, or demand that the oil companies and all the foreigners pay their taxes. This clown now begging not to tax the teachers and the nurses $4,000 increase what they get. Man, with leaders like this, I shudder to think where Guyana will be. Guyana will become worse than a third world country. These people, uncle and auntie, got to be sick in their minds. This is how they see development. This is how they see progress. This is not short-sightedness. This is beyond dotishness coming out these leaders' mouth and their mentality and way of thinking. And in the same newspaper, the Kaicho News of Wednesday, I noticed another headline that caught my eyes. Absolute nonsense, President Ali tells greedy government contractors. He met with some of the contractors that is doing projects over $100 million. And he tell them that President Ali should be the last man to talk about greedy contractors. He knows every one of them. He was part of the system in which he had a leading role in the doling out of contracts and land giveaways to friends and family. Yes, the coalition took over, and with it was only an exchange. Now he wants to tell us that there will be a change. I believe he's correct. A lot of players change, but the system and the modus operandi still remains the same. This country has been operating for the last 30 years, just like a merry-go-round at a carnival, full of clowns and jokey characters. That's who you guys are. Whether you can do the job or not, Bernard, they don't care. Once you are not with them, you suck salt or you suck something else. That is who these clowns are. And nothing will change because they cultivated that culture. It's a third world culture. And you guys will remain as third world citizens if you all don't open your eyes and mouths and speak up. I see they give one man 600 million Guyana dollar for a fire station that can be built for less than half. That is the same kind of money they give you a salary increase after 2 years. I hear they give another man a $900 million for build a pump station. That another 7% increase. What a Guyana this is. What a Guyana. And you're not hearing a word. You're not hearing a word from Harman or Ramjatan. The only thing you're hearing from Katiyus is, oh daddy, drop the tax on the salary increase on them little children, nah? That's all you're hearing. There is so much to talk, uncle, but I have to rest. The doctor ordered me 1 month complete rest. But you all know I named Glenn Lall. And when I read those stories this morning, I had to say something. I know after the show, the doctor will call and say, I ordered you to rest. But I will rest in between. But not a rest in between. I will still come and give you a tickle, and I will be lowering my voice so that the doctor will not hear me. He would not hear me. I'll be speaking only for you guys. Before I go, let me tell you guys just a little about this next story I saw this morning. The Minister of Agriculture said how the fish catch declining, but he didn't know why. He had said that last week before I go in the hospital. So he instructed the EPA to do a study as to what is going on in the fishing industry so they can get a true picture of what is going on.
That's the biggest.
I had to smile before I laugh.
That is a big deal.
My God. What is going on with these clowns? I have already explained with oil operation anywhere in the world, it kills and poisons everything in the sea. You don't have to do a study for these clowns. EPA already know that. ExxonMobil already said that in their EIA project document. And all the fishermen know that too. The experts talk about that on the last public consultation with the 4th Yellowtail project 3 weeks ago, uncle. And I played that for you guys. I played it Wednesday and Friday gone for you guys. Heard them. When then the experts tell them everything gone. Now the minister going to tell us he going to get the EPA to do a special study for tell us something we already know.
I wonder which money you're paying.
Oh my God. The fishing industry dead. Uncle, by the time that study done, the oil gone done, and this third world country gonna turn into a fifth world country with maybe some sixth world leaders with these clowns we have here. Nothing these people know, man. But it's not that they don't know, you know. They all are waiting for just repeat what this clown, the vice president, saying. Whatever he says in this country goes.
You parrot it back.
Yes.
He not sending EPA to do a study.
Every single person I talk with telling me, Glenn, we can't say nothing by. If that man don't approve it, we can't say nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Many projects.
And until now, Jagdev said nothing. He's not saying a word what's happening in this country.
Exactly.
You know, guys, I really can't help you all more than what I'm doing, you know. Where they should focus their energies and minds, they're doing the opposite, guys. Are they focused on insurance and compensation for your country? Every citizen should have been smiling to the bank by now. Every fisherman and their families, every citizen should have been well compensated for the losses that we are suffering now. And that is only in the fishing industry. Only in the fishing industry I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the broken up infrastructures and the various other things that are being destroyed, that is costing our pockets. I am just talking about the fishing industry. Instead, the Vice President Jagdeo telling us how he's trying to get ExxonMobil to acknowledge a 1 or 2 billion US dollar insurance for Guyana. This man got to be sick. Acknowledge, not sign a legal policy, you know, but acknowledge a 2 billion insurance. It's like Jagdeo telling y'all every house, we're going to burn down by next year, he going to pay y'all without anything in writing. He think he talking to fools. This guy can be serious. I really think this man is capable of heading this oil sector? He and Winston Brasington. The same man, the same vice president, what did not check 10 billion US dollar cost on Liza 1 and 2 and say he was disappointed. He couldn't find people. The same man we got another 10 billion on Payara and 1 year already done. He got 1 more year to check. And what he's saying? He can't find people. Is this man really competent to run this oil sector, Guyana? Wake up, please. Wake up. Please. No business, much less a country, would run an oil operation without full cover insurance. None in the world. Uncle, no country I know of allow any foreign company to come and fetch out them wealth without paying any VAT, without paying any taxes. No country on earth get 2% royalty on their oil, much less the oil Guyana has, the sweetest crude on earth, and still getting less than 2% royalty. Can you guys believe that? No country accepts billions of US dollars in costs without checking. And now this clung Jagdeo begging oil company to acknowledge a donkey cat insurance? 6 years after we find oil? These people can really develop your country, uncle? Or they're endangering not only the lives of Guyana, but the entire region. My pressure can't go up. Trust me, I take the tablet before I begin this program. Joshua?
Yes, sir.
I can't go further tonight. I don't believe I could go further. But I want to remind you this before I leave. This hellhole the leaders put Guyana in with Liza 1, 2, and 3, we are now heading to the devil's hole itself with the fourth project. Yes. Yes, the fourth project, the devil hole itself. President Ali, along with the blessings of the entire opposition, will allow Vice President Jagdeo to sign away without correcting the 3 hellholes we are already living in. Uncle, if that should ever happen, you will never see me on this radio program again. Never. Just imagine, we ain't done check 9.5 billion for Lisa 1 and 2. We got 1 year left to check another 10 for Lisa 3, which is Payara. If not all that have to be paid as is. And Jagdeo is still saying he can't find people to do the audit.
Where you looking?
You think he really wants to do any audit? You think he really wants to check anything?
Isn't that the $1 million question?
No, they corrupt their soul. This is why the people can do us and say anything to us. But it will not happen. I bet you guys it will not happen. And all of you allowing them to go on with a Ford project. You can't check fast enough. You ain't even learned how to check them yet. Or what you're looking for. What they already spend. But your leaders allowing them to spend more. To rob us more. Just wait and see another 4,000 increase will come at your salary in 2 years' time. Continue to be quiet. Not more than 4. I get 4,900 this year. For another 4,000 will come in 2023 for you. You guys remember I talked earlier about Hess 30% and how they're boasting around the world? Man, ExxonMobil worse than them. They didn't get no approval from EPA nor the government on this Ford project. But they don't give out a contract to start building the 4th ship. You didn't hear what I said, man. No approval given on this 4th project.
No official.
But ExxonMobil don't give a contract to build the ship.
You say they're bigger than the government.
Yes. That one will come with a ballast water compartment to thief more than 1 million barrels of oil. Every load. We didn't even check Lisa 1. Lisa 2 that arrived. 3 income, we didn't check that yet. That got a big compartment that carrying out how much? 680,000 barrel can fit there. Nobody checking that. And all these things I am saying, opening up you guys' eyes and ears to it, and you're not hearing a response from any one of the 65 MPs we have. It's like throwing water on duck ears, not the back. ExxonMobil also give out a big contract without Guyana approval for the subsea setup. Uncle and auntie, just the ship and this setting up apparatus on the seabed alone will cost Guyana more than what Lisa 1, 2 and 3 cost. And they get no approval, but they continue spending. And I ain't talk nothing about connecting them pipes to the drill ships and the drilling that gonna take maybe 10 times the cost of Lisa 1, 2 and 3. Did I bring my blood pressure here, Josh?
Yeah,
You want to give me one?
sure.
I'll take it just now. I come into work this morning for the first time in 11 days. After spending 7 days in 2 hospitals, I received a phone call from a GRA employee. Bernard, you gotta listen this. I received a phone call from a GRA employee asking me where I am because they want to send a document to my office for me to sign, agreeing to a payment plan. A payment plan on some outstanding taxes The company owes them. This glitch, uncle, come about due to the garnishment letter Winston Brasington and his lawyer Timothy Jonas sent to our bank, taking out the cash as fast as we put it in to satisfy the nearly $40 million awarded to Winston Brasington through the courts. When I heard those words from the GRA employee, I had to tell the individual, if you only know what's going through my mind for GRA and the leaders of this country, you nor your boss would ever call me back. Exxon and the other oil people did come out my mouth to that employee. And then I realized the person I'm talking to is merely an employee of the state. So I calmed down and said, please send it over and I'll sign and send it back. I pay my taxes personally every year. My company has paid its taxes for the last 27 years it has been in existence. Every individual in this country pays their taxes one way or the other. You know who's the only people that do not pay taxes whatsoever in this country? ExxonMobil and every other foreign oil player in this country, including some of the other players in the other sectors of our wealth. No, man. Oh, man. Tell me how can a country develop like this? This is not backward or undeveloped. This is pure clungs running this land. And if me blood pressure go up, calling these people clungs, auntie and uncle, so be it. The doctor tell me he got more pressure tablets to give me. I'm going home now and take some rest. Goodbye and good luck. It's 1959. Before I go, let me share this little story, Josh.
No problem.
GWI announced they will be cutting off water for the people Christmas. GWI announced they will be cutting off the poor people water for Christmas. What a Guyana this is. Cutting off people water. And we are the third largest oil reserve per citizen in the world. Cutting off people water. GWI, Mr. Sheikhbach, you're doing a great job, bro. Buying 4 and 6% manganese. I hear you are planning a new trick for buying the same 4%. I will be looking out. I only hear you all say I don't want it anymore. I'll be looking out what you guys will be doing with that. And I'll be asking the question, what happened to the 45 million advance y'all give to the contractor? When are you getting it back? Or are you concerned about getting back that? You're concerned to go after the poor people for cut off the water for light. Good job are you doing, man. What a leaders we have in this land. Then you have Winston Jordan, the former finance minister in the coalition government. The man who used the loophole in the law to change the relinquishment clause, the give back clause, to allow ExxonMobil to hold on to more oil blocks than it should have returned. He they're telling Guyana tomorrow how the 7% increase for public servants is an insult. You're going to read the story in tomorrow Kite Show News today in there. He says it's an insult. This man who played a key role in authorizing and supervising we oil operations out there came out of office quietly, very quietly. Can't find his tongue to say anything on the oil blocks giveaway, but finding mouth to talk about 2 school money increase and calling that an insult. Well, Mr. Jordan, if that is an insult, then what should we say about what you did with the 600 oil blocks? Insult is putting it mildly. Wow. Uncle and auntie, we in trouble. You guys realize what these leaders finding their tongue to pick and choose what they want to speak on? Huh? They pick and choose what they want to speak on. The real issue at hand, your wealth. Not a word you're hearing. Because, hey, like they collecting brown paper bag. Brown paper bag with toilet paper inside. You know what I mean? Is that funny? Well, this one is funny. Listen to this one and I'm gone now, okay? Josh, I gotta go.
No problem.
Minister Rupson Ben received 20 bicycles from Mid-Atlantic Oil and Gas to help fight crime. The Minister of Home Affairs, Rupson Ben, get 20 bicycles from Mid-Atlantic to fight crime. You guys may not know or may not remember. Let me refresh your memory, man. Mid-Atlantic. They are the people who get the Kanji oil block for free. Mid-Atlantic is the people who get the Kanji oil block for free. Now giving Guyana 20 bicycles for help catch thief, man. And Ben happy to collect it and say how he can send it out to the rural areas. Maybe Wakanam gonna get one. Aichuni might get another one. And maybe Rupununi or Puruni. Yes, gonna get one. Man, uncle and auntie, if this country is not heading into a 5th world country, me no name Glenn Lall. 20 bicycle. Man, Ben got to be broke. Or Ben got to be broke up. Or a junkie to accept 20 bicycle from people who get $1 billion oil block free. US dollar talking about, man. Man, this is not IPAS. This is EFFING, pass the Guyanese people. Come on, man. Come on, man. You get a whole Kanji oil block free. And I give you 20 bicycle for make we feel good. Bicycle for fight crime. Man, I can't find words to describe what is going on in this land. What is going on in this land with these clones we have for leaders? But I guess Ben can do better. Ben is one of them who like for like one parrot, like for repeat. He is the one who Robin running around. When Jack Davis said he built the airport and the airport gonna be a hub. Yes. Timeri airport gonna hub Africa. And Ben, he got Ben running around the place saying, we eye in Africa. They can't even eye Trinidad or next door for hub. They must hub Africa with an airport. Just to get the airport pass. You know the trouble we in that airport? You don't got a clue what it is. We carried a story, I think 2 days ago. I saw it in the hospital. Where China took over
Entebbe, Uganda.
Uganda airport.
Yes.
They're going to take over the same airport.
For 200 million.
They're going to take over the same airport. And Ben and Jack, they're going to turn back a hobby all. I can see how you are going to fly out.
For 200 million.
Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I'm a strong human. Yeah. Here more RASS past the Guyanese people. RASS. All these things went on when I was in the hospital last week on a bed. I saw CNOOC. CNOOC. The other oil partner with Exxon and Hess in the Stabroek block. CNOOC, the Chinese company, is the Chinese company, Hess and ExxonMobil. Them are the three companies there in the Stabroek block. The 600 Stabroek block were the coalition giveaway when they're only supposed to give away 60 by law. Well, this third company, Chinese company, them give on Amerindian village, St. Colbert's Mission, some stationery and school supplies. That is their contribution to the Guyanese people. Some school books, blackboard, chalk and eraser, some tissue and stationery items. Uncle and auntie, they went even further to insult the citizens of this country and those Amerindians by distributing some of the oil company CNOOC branded items to the teachers and the children in the village. And they proudly announced that too. Oh my gosh, what is happening in this country, man? Huh? Maybe they give them a couple chapstick and the flag that the flag of the company, and say, hey, we give her stuff to read on. These are the people that own 25% shares in the 600 Isle Black. They get for free. Them worth, that 600 Isle Black may be worth 60 billion American dollars in bonus money alone. What Guyana get? 18 million dollars. And Jordan, them was trying to hide it from Guyana. Oh. When he was asked, he tell the people, when he was asked if he collect 20 billion signing bonus, he said nah. When he get catch, and he was asked back the question, he told the reporters, you didn't ask me if I get 18, you asked me if I get 20. That's the kind of trickery these clowns do to the nation. This one, the Chinese come now, and them are going to give one little couple $1,000 to the Amerindian village, and they call that corporate social responsibility. Like Hess boasting on how much they will get with their 30% share, 3 to 4 billion US a year. The Chinese 25% going to give them 3 billion a year too. Yes. Between Hess, CNOOC, and ExxonMobil, the three of them will get over 12 billion American dollars a year. You hear me? Each one of them will get, Chinese going to get 3 billion, the Hess going to get 4 billion, and Exxon going to get another 6 billion. Because they got 6-7 billion, because they got 45% shares. My friend, you guys understand what is 3 billion US dollars, man? A year? One of them company alone set to get. And one set to get 4 billion. That is 2. If it's 4 billion, it's 2-year Guyana budget. Them one company get every year. That's the kind of money they get. If Guyana get that $4 billion, everything can become double in this country overnight. That's the kind of money I'm talking about, Uncle.
That's only 2 projects.
This is not penny. And that's only 2 projects, Lisa 1 and 2. When 3 and 4 come up, they will be carrying away 30-40 billion a year profit. And you would still be borrowing money for run this country. These clowns. I wanted to play a little video for you guys tonight, but I don't have the time. Yes, these clowns. Then I see another one, another story. Minister Sukai been in the interior and reached the Amerindian people and was so happy, so proud to tell them that she bring a boat engine and a little boat for them. And she said she can spend 3 million to help them fix up something in the community. These clowns. Then you have the Prime Minister collecting a set of computer modems from the Chinese ambassador. And how happy he is. How happy he is. Chinese carrying away your gold, your bauxite, your diamond, your timber, your manganese, now your oil. You're getting nothing, little or nothing you're getting from these people. And all these clowns for leaders, happily smiling and shaking hands, collecting something I wouldn't even PEE on. But these clowns opening their hands and their foot with huge smiles grabbing onto them. I can't help saying, what a moron you people be. Focusing on flower in the garden while the gardener there upstairs in your bedroom. Yes, that is what's happening in this land with y'all. Africa, Asia, and other Arabian oil countries have become victims rather than victory with their wealth. Many of their leaders have sold their citizens' assets for a few dollars in their pockets and their bank accounts. Then the leaders stood by silent and watched how ExxonMobil and the other oil players have taken advantage, raped and robbed blindly those countries. Guyana, brothers and sisters, isn't that what is happening right here now before your eyes? Bernard?
Definitely.
All your leaders is completely silent where the oil industry is concerned. They are doing everything, and we are not hearing a single word from their mouth. Everything. You know, when last you hear Joshua, when last you hear Miss Harris, one of them tell us what is the cost ExxonMobil charging us for bring up a barrel of oil? Eh? Anybody know that? You're doing business with a man, and I have never heard how much Exxon is taking out for the cost to bring up a barrel of oil.
And use 50% partner.
And me got 50% share in that company.
Exactly. Do you?
Huh? What is going on? What is going on in this land, uncle? Or even if, do you think they know it? Anybody know it?
I doubt it.
Huh? Any Guyanese know how many boatload of oil went out of this country for ExxonMobil and the oil people? Huh? Any Guyanese know how much oil they're pumping per day? Any Guyanese know how much money they're spending daily? Any Guyanese know anything that is going on out there?
No.
Guys, what happened in Africa was back in the dark days without lights or electricity. Today we have more than that. We have technology to see and know what is going on. Wait, man. Are you guys going to sit back and allow Guyana to become one of those failed states? One of those failed countries? Because of these incompetent and corrupt leaders like those in Africa? Huh? Is that what our children will be proud of? Man, tell me something. Tell me something. Or you will stand up and say something. Huh?
We have to stand up.
I am finished, man. I'm finished. Could you take some telephone calls? Let me drink some water and my pressure tablet, Josh. You know?
Yes, you're listening to us on the Glenn Lall Show, 99.1, 99.5. Those numbers for you to call this evening, 226-7453 and 226-7454. Caller, welcome to the Glenn Lall Show. The floor is yours.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Mr. Lall.
Good evening, sir.
I'd like to say welcome back to the program, and I'm glad that you have better health than you did when you entered the hospital.
Thank you.
And I'll be quick, but on behalf of many of our citizens in this country that might not be able to get through to you, that welcome and that prayer is extended to you. And I'd like you to know, regardless if you live or die as they want you to die, the administration people, we will continue to fight. I'm telling you that I know there are certain parties and things that are happening right now on the ground to oust these people. Just be assured they don't have long. So regardless if you hear that we wish for you to be or the administration wishes for you to go, it will continue.
Thank
On
you.
behalf of all of us out here, just keep the news coming, keep the facts coming, so we know fighting more and more for a better purpose every day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good night, Mr. Lall.
You want to make a contribution?
Excuse me?
You want to make a contribution?
A contribution to your health?
No, to what you have heard there, man.
Oh, yes.
Are you guys going to sit back and allow Guyana to become another African state? Failed state?
Mr. Lall, I read about Uganda last night, the airport, and they got taken over for less than what we owe the Chinese right now.
Exactly.
Less. So
Exactly.
if I were to make a contribution, Mr. Lall, I'll be quick because I know you got to go get your tablets and go rest. Soon, it is just a matter of time before we end up becoming a Chinese state. But we have to fight, and we got to start doing it early. And I could tell you, there are groups that are being arranged to fight this thing early.
You guys
Just
have
be
to
assured.
start mobilizing them. I'm ready.
That's
I
what
am
I'm
ready.
saying. Just be assured, regardless if you hear or not, it will continue.
Thank you. I want to hear that. That's what I want to hear.
You're hearing it from a horse's mouth, because I know what I'm saying as far as the French resistance, or this is the Guyanese resistance is concerned.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I want to hear, man.
Yes, sir.
I am
You got
here.
it.
I'm ready to fight.
Hurry up and come back.
It
But be calm.
cannot go like this.
Nope. Be calm. Rest.
Exactly.
Get some rest.
Stop your
I always say, I prefer to stand up and fight than to kneel and beg.
Yes.
No way.
Mhm.
Yes,
So
exactly.
we're rooting for you, Mr. Lall, and we're rooting for the future among ourselves as a group and as a new movement. We are
Thank
going
you.
to have it happen.
Thank you.
You're not, your efforts would not be in vain.
Thank you. Bear in
Sure.
mind. Bear in
We're
mind.
going to- Yes.
We have to fight this thing as Guyanese. I don't want to hear about brown and black and PMC and
That don't
PVP.
exist.
PFC or whatever.
I want to hear we fight this thing as a people, as Guyanese, that
Yes.
owns everything in this land.
Guyanese
Right.
foreign.
Exactly.
You got that. You got that's one of the on the agenda.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Lall. Have a good night, and your people loves you.
Thank you. We love you too. I love you guys too. Thank you. That's what I want to hear, man. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. It's too much, man. You know, I talked, but I wanted to talk about 10 minutes, and I end up talking a whole hour.
Whole hour.
You know, I wanted to say so many more things. You know, I wanted to talk on Essequibo, and man, there's so much things I want to talk about. Well, let me take a break. You got telephone calls there?
Not as yet.
Yes.
226-7453 and 226-7453.
Good evening, sir. You're live on air.
Good night, Mr. Glenn.
Good night.
I'm happy to see you back on the air,
Thank
and I
you.
hope you're doing well health-wise, and keep the fight going, because we are all waiting for you to come back very strong to get this movement moving. And once you're there, we will feel better.
Thank you. Thank you. Any
All right.
any
You enjoy
contribution?
your night. Go get some rest.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Yes.
Yeah. Where's the calls?
There are no calls this evening.
No, I just have a comment.
Yes, go ahead.
I was reading an article recently. It was published on Al Jazeera's website, and the head of the EPA, Kemarj Parsram, he was interviewed. The journalist who was writing the article interviewed him, and the first thing that he said was, "We are a poor country. We are only now developing," and it was like, that's like insult to injury. We are one of the most richest, wealthiest countries per capita in the world. Guyana is not a poor country. So for him, the leader of the Environmental Protection Agency, to have that mentality, it says a lot.
Well, you see,
That's where yellow
it's
is
not
from.
him alone, you know, Miss Harris. This mentality stems from the top,
Yes,
and it's in all the political parties.
yes,
They haven't grown up,
they haven't.
and that's the issue we face.
And they govern our country like that.
Yes, I keep talking.
Like paupers, poor people, beggars.
Going on the world begging, both begging for
No,
aid.
not only that, my friends. You're dealing with people who came out of universities, who may understand book
Who should.
sense.
Yes, who should have
But
book
when
sense.
you never run a business, a little business, how can you run a country? You know, when you travel and sit in an air condition and sit in a vehicle being escorted here and there, and you sit in a top hotel and tour countries, you don't understand life. You don't understand what goes on. You know, you're just seeing life from this this level. You don't understand, and this is the problem that countries like this face. They're selected. Leaders are selected.
Yes.
And greedy kicks in. And once greediness kicks in,
Yeah.
then everything is gone. You know, I understand. Like, I come to grips that all leaders thief, or most of them thief. I shouldn't say all, right? They grab up for themselves. But gosh, man, how much is enough for some of these people?
No, but Glenn, if we get a fair share, they will have much more to steal from.
Exactly.
Right? That's my Glenn. When I heard about that when Hess boss boasting about $3 to $4 billion a year on 30%, Suriname gets 60%. If we were getting our rightful share of 60%, we will be collecting $6 to $8 billion per year.
Yep. I don't think Guyanese can imagine what $6 to $8 billion could even do for this country.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
I don't
yes,
think we
they
could
don't
imagine.
understand. And the leaders
You
not
can't-
telling them anything.
Exactly, because we've never had that kind of money.
Glenn,
And you
Our wait.
Oh,
Just hold a second. All our debt, all our debt is between $2 and $3 billion dollars.
precisely.
Auntie and uncle, let me repeat this thing, man. All Guyana debt is about $3 billion. And not Glenn Lall in saying that. The Vice President Jack Dale said that. And guess what? Winston Jordan should come out and tell the nation how much debt we have to, because he was a finance minister. But it didn't pass $3 billion. And these people talking about, one of them talking about making $3-4 billion a year profit. That's the kind of money that is going out of this land. And we living like the hogs.
But Glenn, we supposed to get double what he's getting. It's our thing. They all belongs to we.
Exactly.
That is a junior partner. They're getting third. That money supposed to be us. Suriname is getting
Exactly.
61. Glenn, look.
And if we are a 50-50 partnership,
Glenn, but hold on. To go to Suriname, not Suriname gets 62%. If we go to China, right? If you want to do China, you know how much you have to pay in China?
how much? Tell them.
72% you have to pay in China. The United States, you go and put an oil company in the USA, you have to pay 67%.
67%, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And but 67 USA and China, you have to pay 72%. And the Chinese and American
Brazil
company,
62 and a quarter.
Brazil is 56. Brazil is the lowest,
Brazil is
56.
56.
And Australia is 59.
Yeah.
But let's go. You have two American company and a Chinese company coming to Guyana paying 11%. And if you want to go in America and China, you have to pay 67 and 72%.
Yes. Yes.
Right? What are we? We are junkies?
No, we are, well, our leaders,
Our leaders
make
sold
us-
us out.
Yeah.
But our leaders sold us because we allow them to. This is not Equatorial Guinea and Nigeria where they're dictating going to shoot us in the street.
Exactly.
We, the people, have to come out as your demand what's rightfully ours.
Exactly.
Our future for our children, our future for our grandchildren, and our
Exactly.
future for the poor people who cannot pay their
But I want to-
the
I wa-
jail wants to cut off.
Thank you. I want to also tell you this, Bernard, and I want to tell this nation this, that if we guys don't step up, and step up now,
Yep.
now as I mean now, because this is how this is how dictatorship rises.
Yep.
And when that steps in, they take control of you and your lives. We cannot allow that to happen. It has happened in almost all those African and Asian countries, in which the leaders took advantage and have those people, those almost 1.4 or 1.8 billion people starving. We cannot allow that to happen here. It must not, and it cannot happen here, not under my body or under my watch. No. We have to start fighting it right away now to correct it. This morning I was trying to to locate a case, a report on a case. The people of Israel took the government to court for good governance. Took Netanyahu, he was prime minister,
The court prime minister.
about 10 years ago, took them to court and won. We can do that. We can do that right here in Guyana and win. Because we need good governance. We need our fair share. We are not asking for nothing else but our fair share. That's all we're asking for. People cannot live on $4,000 and $5,000 a day increase, a month increase. No. No. You guys deserve 5 times your salary that you carried home today. And if you only get a better share, you can carry home more than that per month, uncle and auntie. Please listen to what I'm saying. Nobody can refute what I'm saying here. None. None. So we have to stand up and defend and fight for what belongs to us. Please. We got to fight for future generations too. You heard how these people boasting. The money them boasting about receiving from your oil well.
Our money.
Eh?
Our money.
Our money. You know, you ever ask yourself, or have you ever heard how much ExxonMobil is selling their boatloads of oil for? In which we are getting 50 profit. Glenn Lall never heard that. The Kaichor News never heard that. Because Winston Jordan from the coalition, or the now finance guru